Oh, hello. I was just reading Trump's tax plan that basically just says fuck poor people on it. And, somehow though, I couldn't help but think that I just couldn't help but think that maybe tax plans don't cause as much, maybe they don't help the economy as much as people let on. Now, I think that tax cuts kill more jobs than they create because basically you're talking about to pay for these tax cuts, they have to cut government jobs. So you got to go by and you got to lay off teachers or cut their benefits or cut their retirement, their salary. Same thing for firemen, city planners, on and on for city employees, state, local, federal. Now, people think, well, good, the federal government's a gigantic bureaucracy, but that's a giant bureaucracy that pays pretty good money. If you can make six figures as an FDA regulator, you're probably going to be making more money than you would as the manager of a plant at Tyson. So to lay off these government jobs so that you can give a gigantic tax cut away to billionaires who may or may not create jobs, or that probably won't, because jobs are not created by a surplus of money. Jobs are created when there's a demand. The CEO of Kmart doesn't say, yes, $1 billion tax cut. This is going to keep my stores open. What's going to keep his stores open is if somebody comes in the damn fucking place and buys something. If there's no demand and there's no consumerism, consumers drive the economy, not the people at the top. Demand and a need and consumerism will drive people to go buy a second car. And if they don't go buy a second car, the tax cut that car dealer gets is not going to make any real difference because nobody's buying his products. It'll extend the reaper for 6 months, but it's not really going to save anything. And I think that they kill jobs because think about how Reaganomics doesn't make psychological sense. If you've got 10 times the money that I've got and I give you a tax cut, are you going to give me that money or are you going to use that tax cut to have even more money to put me out of business? If Amazon gets a gigantic tax cut that they don't need, by the way, at all, they're going to give some to their shareholders and they're going to keep the rest of it so that they can create a price war. They're going to lower prices down so much that they're just hammering the fuck out of Target, Dollar General, Kmart, Sears. They can finally put Kmart and Sears out of business and monopolize. So a gigantic tax cut creates a lot of monopolies because it kills competition. If you can afford to, if you've got 10 factories and I've got one and you can use a tax cut to make it to where your 10 factories can technically lose money for about a year just to put my one factory out of business, and then when I'm out of business, your 10 factories can double the prices because you've got no competition, that's exactly what you're going to do. And that's what a giant tax cut to billionaires and corporations that do not need it, that's exactly what it does.